how to deal with rather brutal feedback from a client. I'm learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? This is a follow-up video to something that I talked about last month. If you remember, I'd taken on a new client and they had me to go to a training session about 2 weeks before I was actually going to do any work. And I was concerned because I'm one of those people that doesn't retain knowledge like that. If you show me something in a presentation 2 weeks earlier and say, okay, you're going to do this 2 weeks from now, I'm not going to remember most of it. It doesn't work for me. And so I went in with a negative attitude towards the work, but I did the work at the beginning of the month, and I thought they did okay, but I know it's coming up towards the end of this month. I'll be doing it again. So last week I messaged the head person and I said, can you review what I did and let me know how I can improve? Well, the good news is they were very happy with the actual editing work that I did. The bad news is I screwed up almost every process possible. It was a long email about, I didn't do this right. I didn't mark off that thing. I didn't do this in this folder. I should have done that. And it was pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. An example was, after having loaded the photos onto the website, I should have moved the photos to this one folder that they have for photos that have already been used. I didn't do that. I just forgot. There were so many different steps. It was pretty brutal. What do you do in that situation? What would you have done in that situation if you get an email about all the things you did wrong? Well, comment down below. I'd like to hear it. Here's what I did. I wrote back and I said, thank you. I needed that. I needed the information. Otherwise, I wasn't going to get better. And I said, this will help me improve and make things smoother the first week in February when I do the work again. And, I'll ask for the feedback again after the February stuff, and we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But you need that feedback. And it's better to ask for it. Be proactive about asking for it. Because if you wait until somebody points out where you've made a mistake, it's not as good, I don't think it doesn't help you as much as you go into them and saying, here's what I did. Tell me how I can improve it. I think by being proactive that way, you're showing that you're actually committed to the work. You're actually trying to do a good job. I don't know. What do you think? I'd be curious to see what you would have done if you got rather brutal feedback. But if you like what I'm suggesting, ask for it first, take it, read it, start to implement it for next time. Thank them for it. If you like that as the proper response, please hit the like button. I'd be curious to see how many likes I get, and please share this video because it may be helpful to somebody else if they get brutal feedback from a client. It doesn't sound like they were unhappy with the work because they realize it's a lot of processes, and the main thrust of the work is the editing, and they were happy with the editing, and that's the main thing. To keep in mind is you got to do your main thing right. But all these little process stuff, hey, you need feedback on it, and you need to know that how to improve. It's not a lot of stuff that I like doing, and who knows, maybe a couple months from now, if I'm still struggling with all the process stuff and I don't particularly like it, I may end up dropping the client, or they may end up dropping me if I don't do a good enough job. I don't know. We'll see, But anyway, I'd be curious to hear what you think I should have done, or if you would have done something different. And I'll link the previous video down below. And until next time, take care.